Hello, Slothrin and adult fans of LEGO. It's time for another incredibly exciting episode of Sloth City. There's so much going on here in Sloth City at the moment that I'm not even sure where to start, so I'm just going to take off running and we're going to see where it goes. So first of all, I am standing here with my very good friend, the Woodshopteacher, who has come to join us in Sloth City and has brought many fine new citizens for Sloth City, including this whatever he is writing, and this fine rock troll who is the admiration of all of our rock monsters, and this fine hippogriff, and these wonderful two very distinctive species of octopus. I would guess one terrestrial and one alien, just from the very, very different appearances of them, but I do not know that for sure. But yes, all of these wonderful new additions to Sloth City have come here all of the way from Denmark, and that is why I have this huge grin on my face, because the Woodshopteacher cared so much that he gathered together all of these fine new additions to Sloth City and came himself on this wonderful flying thestral thing, I think. But that is not all that is going on. There have been other people who have made generous donations to Sloth City. And when I say generous donations, I mean I'm talking about like 20 some odd citizens and these guys, this fine old gray shark, and this fine old gray sawfish. And I actually brought out the shark that we already have just for comparison, so that you can see that they are indeed different colors, so that you can always tell them apart. So we have old shark, new shark, and although it's funny, the old shark is in new gray and the new shark is in old gray. So how funny is that? We probably better not use those terms. We'd probably just better go with blue gray and old gray, I guess. Blue gray and old gray? Blue gray and Earl gray. That might be fun. Anyway, and the sawfish. So, yes, loads of new citizens who are already starting to mingle with the citizens that we already have and make friends. And just while we're here, I have to say that they look like they were made for each other. I mean, just look at them. Look at what a cute couple they would make, don't you think? And more robots, and more aliens, and more aliens, and more people, just all kinds of people. And that's awesome, it's great, but the collection of aquatic life that we have here in Sloth City means that I've decided that I really have to bite the bullet, and I need to include a body of water here in Sloth City. If nothing else, for all these sharks. Not to mention these one octopus and two octopus. I don't know whether the alligator would be interested in salt water or not. I'm not sure what whether alligators at least like brackish water, because probably, there will be some, water that is going into the sea if we have, well, we need salt water for the sharks, yes. We probably need salt water for the octopuses. I don't think that they hang out in fresh water much. But I will research it before everything gets built. But anyway, yes, I decided that I needed to bite the bullet, and so I do have a blue base plate ordered that will become the beginnings of our body of water, and I'm not going to elaborate on that because there's still enough to show you, and besides, it will be showing up soon enough, and then I can tell you about that. But, of course, before that, there is what else. And one thing is, I got some more of the vintage road plates with the green. And I have painstakingly substituted in Sloth City everywhere I can with the green, so that now there is really just one piece here that is not of the vintage green with the gray. Everything else, if you look here, is all nice and coordinating with the green and the light gray. That's the one piece that doesn't do that. So all this section of town now is all coordinating and has lovely landscaping of green grass. And we now have these two areas. Well, let's do it this way. You can see there how we have little median areas with grass, and there are now light posts there so that we have nice lighting on our main street. Don't those look special? Don't those look splendid? And there, of course, we have our new fire truck, and it is not in the street. It's not in the garage either, but it is not blocking traffic. Everybody is still admiring that. In this section, I decided we would start moving to the more urban or industrial section of Sloth City. And this is where I have added the extra room that is going to supply us with room enough to have a body of water. And what we have now are the leftover base plates after I had changed out base plates for green base plates, road plates. So these are the ones that I have left. It doesn't mean that they have to be used here. It does not mean that the body of water necessarily has to be on this table, although I've been kind of assuming it would be, just because everything is already laid out. But I can, if I want to, decide to, for instance, put the airport on that table. Or put Star Adventurer Park on that table. Currently, I have it the way it is, which is set down lower because legs are adjustable, and I liked it to be able to slide under there because that way it takes up less space and I don't have things to fill it with at the moment. I can pull it out if I want to, and also I can raise it up so it is nearly the same height as everything else if I want to. But currently I'm leaving it like this because, as I say, that way the table is less in the way. But I am interested to hear if you have any sort of opinions on whether you think that the body of water should be down here in front, or do you think perhaps For instance, we could also move Sloth Acres, our residential neighborhood, down onto that table and open all of this up for industry and businesses instead of having this cul-de-sac of residential. I've also thought of moving our park, Newbury Park, to this table. All of these are possibilities. All of these are things that could happen. And I haven't decided on anything yet. Also, the Sloth Sanctuary has a couple of new bushes in it that came from the fine person who donated the extra pieces and all of the extra minifigures and the shark and the sawfish. So, yeah, it included that too. So, bonus for the sloth, bonus for everybody. Bonus that we have all of these fine new animals, even if it means that I do have to go ahead and create a habitat for them. But that is what I have going on here at the moment. That is what I am planning on working on. Setting up a body of water for these fine water-loving citizens. Get the other shark out of his swimming pool or whatever it is. And also, while we're there, since we're going to have a body of water, some of the more aquatic aliens, like this dude, have requested that we put in a marine research center. So he is looking forward to providing that for us. And then we will have marine research going on in our body of water that I suppose we're going to call the Sloth Sea. And then we will have fine marine researchers of all kinds to come and study the denizens of this fine body of water that we're going to be putting in. And meanwhile, the Woodshopteacher is going to be greeted by our welcoming committee of Brett's Builds, Buttchop, Soulbrick, Al the Alligator, and Mr. Leatherhead. And I am going to wrap up this video and let you all get back to whatever you are going to be doing. And until the next awesome episode of Sloth City, I hope that you, my dear Slothrin and adult fans of Lego, have a very good day.